Hello everybody, welcome to day 2 of your QPA on congruence and rigid transformations. Just a reminder, if you're joining us for the first time or maybe you've forgotten, we will be doing a QPA on geometric patterns. In particular, we're going to be focusing on 3 types of patterns, either Mondrian paintings, Frank Lloyd Wright stained glass patterns, or quilt patterns. The standards that we will be working on have to do with performing rigid transformations as well as identifying rigid transformations from a sequence, as well as understanding the properties of rigid transformations. As a reminder, our social, emotional, and metacognitive skills that we will be focusing on are our mathematical symbols and making sure that we're using those accurately and consistently, as well as persevering in solving these tasks over the next several days and checking the reasonableness of our solutions. So yesterday you will have performed rigid transformations identified rigid transformations on the coordinate plane. This should have been the first part of your day. You will have identified this transformation, then I'll map one figure to the next, as well as writing a statement about the characteristics of the transformations. Next, you will have completed an ORQ that is designed to help you practice for your final exam, which has multiple parts. Today what we're going to be working on is identifying a sequence using triangles as well as quadrilaterals. So the directions that we have are to choose 2 congruent triangles from one of the following patterns. You're going to shade the 2 triangles if they are not already shaded. Label these triangles ABC and A double prime B double prime C double prime, or A triple prime B triple prime C triple prime if applicable. Next, you're going to draw a coordinate plane on top of the pattern you've selected and list the coordinates of A, B, C, A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, or A triple prime, B triple prime, C triple prime if applicable. Then you'll describe a sequence of at least 2 transformations that will map A, B, C to A prime, B prime, C prime, or A triple prime, B triple prime, C triple prime. Note that the first 2 transformations must be different from one another. So you can't do a translation in translation, you can't do a rotation rotation, you can't do a reflection reflection. You have to choose 2 different types of rigid transformations. So an example that I gave is I'm using this Frank Lloyd Wright stained glass. You notice that I drew a coordinate plane on top of the pattern that I chose. I labeled my x-axis and my y-axis, and I could have put that anywhere that I wanted. Next, what I did is I shaded in the triangle that I wanted, and this is an isosceles triangle, and I labeled it A, B, and C. And the figure that I wanted to map it to was A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify my points for A, B, C, A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. And then I'm going to describe the series of transformations that will map one figure to the next, as well as draw and label my intermediary points. So A prime, B prime, C prime. I'm going to just pull up the color version just in case it's a little bit easier to see over the video. So you can choose from any of these types of patterns. You can choose either the Mondrian, the stained glass, or the quilt. And notice you can create a larger triangle within this. So if you choose to do the quilt, you could do this little triangle here, or you could make a larger isosceles triangle, or you can even make a much bigger isosceles triangle. And so you have a lot of options here in terms of choosing which pair of triangles you want to use. Similarly, you could use this big triangle and this big triangle. You could choose this smaller triangle. Either one is fine. Just make sure that you need to identify it, draw your coordinate planes, label your points, as well as describe the coordinate points that map to each of your triangles and the series of transformations that'll map one triangle to the next. Once you're finished with that, you're going to do another practice, and this time with quadrilaterals. So you're going to do the same process. You're going to choose from the Mondrian Frank Lloyd Wright stained glass or the quilt, and you're going to choose a pair of quadrilaterals. So for example, you could choose parallelograms, you could choose these rectangles, you could choose this square, you could choose these are also squares. You can make a larger composite figure, so this green and this white shape. Maybe you want to do a parallelogram, and maybe you want to do a trapezoid. All of these you get to choose from. You're going to, once you choose the shape, go ahead and shade it in. Create your coordinate plane. Make sure you're labeling your axes, listing your coordinates of A, B, C, D, A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, as well as your sequence of transformations and all of the points that will correspond to your A, B, C, D, A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, and A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, D double prime. Good luck, have fun, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.